Hello, hello. Welcome everyone back to another episode of the Disney Countdown Show with your two hosts, I, the dapper Danielle, as well as the lovely and ever so magical Megan, the magical millennial. How you doing, babe?
Hi, I'm doing good. It's been, it's been a good week. It's been emotional. For those of you who've been following me on my personal socials, unfortunately, we did lose our family dog, just yesterday. That's now been a week as the show is airing. But so it's been an emotional couple of days. She 15 years, we had 15 years with her. She was absolutely wonderful. So just remembering her life she did so great, and she was so sweet. So yeah, losing her, it really sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Losing a pet, losing a family member is just awful.
Right.
So firmly in the grief stage right now. But again, we had a great life with her. We got 15 full years, which is way past the life expectancy of a lab retriever. So I am just, I'm like, I'm up and down. You know what I mean? I go through these phases of like, she's in a better place. She's not in pain
kind of
anymore.
Anticipating this. It wasn't something that was sudden.
No, it wasn't sudden. No, I mean, granted, it did all happen very, very suddenly yesterday morning. And that's why we were actually supposed to record this show a day before. And I literally texted everyone like, hi, I'm having an emergency right now. There is absolutely no way I can hop on. I'm so sorry. So yeah, thank you so much for waiting on me, guys, to record this episode.
Oh, good, babe. Yes.
Yeah. It's great to be here. And I'm so excited for a very happy episode for our top 5 love songs.
Oh gosh. And Megan, I know, like, I feel you on that, like, for the emotional up and downs this entire week. Like, it's been a bunch of great highs and also a bunch of lows. So like, for me, I just got back from Megacon Orlando, which was crazy and amazing.
It looked amazing.
Oh, it was so amazing. And actually, speaking of All Dogs Go to Heaven, I was in the same room as Don Bluth, who is the artist that created like Anastasia and All Dogs Go to Heaven. So it was like so cool to like, my panel was in the same room as his.
That is
he had
amazing.
just finished up shortly beforehand, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool.
That's so cool. That's my childhood. I loved those movies growing up. Right? Oh my God, that's amazing. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
wow.
So funny. And I think it's the whole connection right there. And so, but now, y'all, you might be able to hear it in my voice right now. Like, it's a little bit lower, a little bit more deep. So I'm fighting off the post Megacon cold. And I think it's just from a lack of sleep, lack of eating good food. I actually ate pretty good food. I wasn't eating just convention food all week. But good. Like, just the constant going, and now my body is just like crashing because it's like, you've been on this emotional adrenaline high for 4 days straight. You need to calm down, Danielle. So that's what we're currently doing right now.
I feel like that happens every single time. You either are prepping for a couple days and you're just going, and then all of a sudden the event gets there and then you get sick at the event, or it's like event happens, all this stuff is going on, adrenaline's rushing, and then as soon as you're done, bam, like the illness hits you like a wall.
Exactly what happened to me.
Yes. Every single time. I'm the same way, because like usually on my big trips to, like, I've been to Europe where I've gotten super sick because of course you're just anticipating this amazing trip, and then like a weekend,
you're not getting
good
sleep
sick
beforehand.
And also not getting good sleep during, because obviously I want to go and have fun and enjoy the time. So I'm like not sleeping, which is bad. And so that happens to me, and I swear it's like clockwork. So I'm so sorry that you have fallen ill.
It's not like to the point where I'm like completely incapacitated. It's just, it's there and it's annoying, and I'm like, I have stuff to do now. I have to be on top of my game, because like for example, me and Megan are, by the time this episode releases, we will have just finished up our extra magic hour playing on Disney Hits on Sirius XM. So as soon as I finished up with Megacon stuff, I was wanting to make a post about it, to be able to tell y'all about it, and that's what I was doing. And I was like, okay, I have to have enough energy to be able to make that post, to be able to like be on video and be ready for it. But I hope you guys were able to tune in and listen to our whole theme on Valentine's Day and love for the month of February, whether it's love for like a significant other, love for family, love for friends, love for life, or just your love for Disney. We're going to celebrate all here on the show also for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, and our Disney Hits episode was so much fun. We had a great time counting down our top 5 love songs. Now, we did have to choose from a list for Disney Hits, but that's totally fine. They still had some excellent songs on there. But I also want to welcome any new friends who have found us after you listen to Disney Hits on Sirius XM. That is one of our favorite stations. They do such a good job, and their countdown for Valentine's Day, it's really, really good. So we just had so much fun.
We did.
And let us know if you agree with our choices, because I love Danielle's list. Personally, Danielle got to the list before I did, and she stole some of mine. So I was like, dang it. But we hope you guys enjoyed. And you can also, if you want to, stream it through the Sirius XM app. I actually did download it myself to listen. So if you miss it, I believe right now it is still airing this week. But if you miss it, you can still stream it on Sirius XM, the Sirius XM app.
I have to jump in again. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
We love being transparent here at the Countdown Network, and I'm just going to be upfront about it. I think that Danielle's microphone may be the other microphone. She might have to switch her microphone.
Is it really? It did.
It might have happened when we had that little hiccup.
Yeah, so it's going to say can't mute while recording. We're going to have to stop the recording and switch over to the microphone.
Problem.
So you'll hear a difference in my voice again. Testing
right.
Again now. Do I sound more clear now?
Oh, she
sounds
sounds
so good.
It's
now
like
she
buttery
sounds
smooth.
raspy and sick and buttery smooth.
There's like no room echo. It's very tame.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Very studio sounding.
Well, at least we caught that before we got too much further into the episode. Thank you, our producer,
Yes.
Chris, that jumps in for all of our games. We appreciate you keeping an eye on that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm always here to help.
Yes.
Chris helps me when I can't pronounce names correctly, and helps Danielle when she's on the wrong mic.
Only half of the time. It's fine. But what were you saying, Megan, about all of our new our social fam?
Yes. Thank you guys again for if you found us on from our Disney Hits episode on Sirius XM, welcome. First of all, thank you so much for joining. We are so excited to count down our top 5 Disney love songs today. And if you missed that episode, which we had so much fun recording, you can stream it through the Sirius XM app, which I actually did just last week. I had to download it, and I listened to our lovely voices on Disney Hits, and that was really fun.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're new here or you have yet to do so, please go ahead and follow us at Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. We are also Pod Disney on Twitter /the X. I still don't understand this swap, you guys. I'm sorry. I can't get on board with that. They don't know what they are. Or you can watch our full episodes and see our beautiful faces on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Countdown Network. And of course, we have our personal socials. I am Megan the Magical Millennial. So it's at the Magical Millennial _. And of course, she is Danielle, the Dapper Danielle, on all the social pages.
That's right. And it's so funny because I went back and I watched our last episode of the first of our love songs, the ones that were 10 through 6.
Yes.
And I was going through and I was watching that and I was like, oh, I look tired in that one. So I can't wait for this episode to come out and me be with I currently have a messy Tinkerbell fairy godmother bun. Well,
Danielle's got she's got a gorgeous little top bun today. It's so cute.
Thank you. But this is
very Tink inspired.
Thank you. It's the very Danielle's throwing it up and making it look good for the YouTube video today. So hello, YouTube family.
Hello, everybody.
But we do actually have 2 new reviews that came in, Megan, also.
Yes.
I think we should go through and we should read off, but to remind our listener friends that you can write a review. It's not over on Spotify, but it's going to be over on the Apple Podcast side where you can write a review. On the Spotify side is where you're going to put the stars, which we also do appreciate that as well. So that's going to be all over there. So this first one is from CS John S3. I might know who this one is. But it says podcast ! What? And it's 5 stars. I watched both Megan and Danielle on TikTok and had no clue that they had a podcast together. I was lightly mentioned in one of their TikToks and I immediately jumped on Apple Podcasts to find it. I love the topics, the chatter, and hearing your thoughts on all things Disney. Thanks for keeping me entertained while I'm at work. Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Yes, we are doing a podcast together. We have one season down. This is our second season doing it. We had our lovely producers. They did the first season of Disney Countdown Show, and we took over after that. So yes, we have a podcast. Surprise. And welcome. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
All right. This next review says, love the show. It is from J.R. Loth. And this lovely individual says, I love you guys. It makes me happy to listen to you two. I love the Disney news you guys share. I have been to Disney World once and love having the magic come to my ears once a week. My wife and I are planning a Disney World trip in May. Hooray! So I hope I can bump into Danielle, Megan, one of these days. We will make it to Disneyland. I love the campsite and contrast from you by being by being on opposite parks. Being by opposite parks. Yes. Love both of you so much. Sorry, I can't read some days. But thank you so much. And I'm so excited for your Disney World trip in May. I hope it is not too hot for you at that time. But I hope you get to meet Danielle too, because she's a very nice and lovely human being.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And it's so funny. I actually mentioned it in my panel. That was one of the top questions I got at the end. I did a little Q&A and somebody said, when's the Dapper Danielle podcast going to come out? And I'm like, guys, you're late. I've already been part of a podcast. We're on season 3 now, if you want to get caught up. So I wonder if there's also some new fam that's listening to us from Megacon. If you are listening from Megacon, hello, welcome. We're so happy you're here as well. We have actually started something new for this season also. It is something that we're calling Fan Mail.
It's funny because that's exactly what the intro sounds like.
Fan Mail.
No way. Chris, that's so good.
We hadn't heard that before. Chris is just like, I have a surprise for you. We're testing out a new intro song for it. And I think that's hilarious. I love that so much.
That was completely, we did not hear that before this recording. It was all during the podcast. And Danielle said it exactly like the sound.
I love that.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. We got to refocus.
Take it away with the fan mail, Danielle.
Well, yes, because this first one, I guess it's actually directed towards me. Is this, is this the brand, how would you?
I have the Bianca Hall.
Bianca Hall.
Hi, Bianca.
The brand. No, the Bianca Hall on Instagram sent us a message. And it says, question for the Dapper Danielle. What is your opinion on the Wish animation style? And what do you think they were trying to accomplish by mixing two different styles of animation together?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have my thoughts on that, but I'll let you go first, Danielle, because that was your question.
I understand what they were trying to do, and because they are trying to make it look, they have a mention of 2D while also being able to do stuff with 3D. Because in all honesty, I think there was a lot of animation and what they were trying to accomplish, like certain effects, like for the star himself, you can't create that pixelized effect the same in hand-drawn animation, or you can, it just takes a million years to be able to do it.
Right.
And to make it consistent throughout the entire film, that's probably why they used computer animation to be able to create those effects. And so they're using that 3D to be able to create what they wanted to. They're trying to reach for a certain style to be able to make it move and bounce and create the effects that they wanted to without having to deal with the time that it takes to be able to do 2D animation. So right. I understand it. I totally get what they were going at. I don't know. I feel very mixed about it myself. Like, I don't mind it. It's not like my favorite, but I understand why they did it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It was, it was an interesting choice for sure. I thought it was supposed to be like a nod to the 2D animation style. The old movies that they had, like Sleeping Beauty, has like almost that exact same look to it, especially when they're in the woods. That's like, okay, that's Sleeping Beauty right there, right? So I thought it was a little bit of a nod to those, while also mixing in, of course, the new the almost Pixar-esque animation as well in terms of the characters. So I thought it was cute. I definitely, my critique was not for the animation style at all. I thought it was actually kind of pretty at some points. It was definitely more of the plot for me. And the songs. I had issues with the songs, but we can get into that some other time. But yeah, the animation style, I was like, oh, that's a cute. I was totally looking for the little Easter eggs to the old movies the entire time. That was kind of the reason I saw Wish.
I don't know. I also
which
feel
was
like
cute.
I don't know, like looking at this movie, there are some things like I understand why they did it, but you also can tell where some people really, really wanted to do a specific style. Like the original concept would have been beautiful in 2D animation, and that they really wanted this. But I think it's the creative versus the corporate, if that makes sense. And you can see that in this movie. And corporate's like, okay, no, you have a specific time frame. You have to get this done in X amount of time. You only have this amount of budget. You only can complete that if you do it in 3D computer animation. You don't have time or budget to be able to do that in 2D.
Right.
And it boils down to corporate didn't want to pay for it, even though the creatives were down for it, is kind of what I get with this movie. So such a struggle. Such a struggle.
It is. I know. And Wish had its flaws, had its issues. It was also, it was very cute. Some of the characters were awesome. I love Star. I've been getting Star merch from time to time because just the cutest little Star. He's so cute. He's so cute. And that was a great question, Bianca. Thank you. Because I honestly never really reflected on that. I don't think enough. I only read like the criticisms of the animation style. So thank you for the fan mail.
Yes. I actually have one more, Megan, and this was sent over to my Instagram, and this is from HRTN Cali.
Okay.
Heartnet Cali, maybe? I don't know. But it says, Darling Dapper Danielle. Oh, thank you. I've been following you on Instagram for a while now and finally listened to a few countdown episodes with you and Megan. Love you both dearly. And I just got to say to you, especially, thank you. I am a knowledge / behind the scenes type nerd and will always love your random things. I was a pass holder for 7 to 8 years. I was a pass holder 7 to 8 years ago, and I am one again now and rediscovering the parks post-COVID and all that jazz. Oh, I love that. One thing I'm curious about to ask you is what's your thoughts on the behind the scenes tours? They used to have more around Walt Disney World, right? I did one at Animal Kingdom before and always wanted to do one per park, but it seems that they've done away with so many of them. Am I just missing where to find them? Seems like Keys to the Kingdom is the only one now besides looking for a VIP tour group. Lovely to hear your thoughts and info. Oh, this is from Dana. I think that's right. DANA.
Dana. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And she's like, feel free to reply here or save it for the podcast. And I was like, you know what? This is a great question to save for the podcast. So I'll be messaging you later and hopefully you get it that's saying, hey, it'll be on this episode. Because Megan, you still have over in Disneyland, I feel like you have more of your behind the scenes tours than we do now, right?
They are slowly coming back, I think, more. During the different seasons, they have various behind the scenes tours. They're not necessarily like backstage or anything, but there's a tour guide, tells you a lot of history behind, whatever the theme is for that season. Like I went to the Halloween one, so it was more Haunted Mansion geared. But like they had a Christmas one. I'm not sure which one's going on right now. They also had a D100 last year. So yes, they do have, they have them. They only came back actually recently over on the West Coast. And I'm hoping to do one actually again pretty soon. But I really did not know about the Walt Disney World ones. Like I only know about that. There's also an Animal Kingdom that you can do that gives you more access to the safaris, right?
Right. Because we actually kind of mentioned it when you and Blake were down here in Disney World. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but there used to be so many. There is at least almost one per park right now. I don't believe there's one for Hollywood Studios though. And yeah, I think Hollywood Studios is the only one that doesn't really have a behind the scenes tour. But we still have Keys to the Kingdom, which is correct, which is where you can go through. They go through all of Main Street, all the design, like the building of Disney World. We have the Behind the Seeds tour, which is over in Epcot and Living with the Land. And you can actually go into the greenhouses, which is amazing.
That's cool.
Wild Africa Trek over in Animal Kingdom is still a thing. And I believe Caring for Giants is still a thing also, where you go and you see like the elephants and their how they take care of them in their backstage areas.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that.
That one is very cool. And those ones are actually like pretty reasonably priced also for the most part. Like I think they're under $60 per person.
That's not bad at all.
It's honestly not bad. I actually haven't checked the price post-COVID, but there are a lot that are gone. Oh, and the one that is still available over at Epcot is the Dive Quest, where if you have a diving license, like if you are trained in how to do scuba diving, you can go diving in the tank there.
What? Which tank? With the fishes?
Yeah, where the fishes over in the living seas.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have my certification. I could do that. Wait a minute.
You can come and go swimming with the fishes.
Okay, well I know what I'm doing next. We're doing all the behind the scenes tours next time I'm at Disney World because I want to do I've been wanting to do Animal Kingdom for years now, and I didn't know, so now we're gonna do the scuba diving one too. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
That one's pretty cool, and I don't know. I think that's just really cool. You learn like how they take care of them, the fish tank, how it's one of the like third largest in the in America. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Okay.
But there's a lot that we used to have more tours and they are completely gone. For example, there was one that was called Family Magic Tour, and this was geared towards like all age ranges, specifically like kids. And it was a scavenger hunt around Magic Kingdom. And Captain Hook took an item and hid it, and so you had to go around Magic Kingdom with your family and find it, and then you met Peter Pan at the end. So it was like a combination of a scavenger hunt, backstage tour through the utilidors, and then you also got to meet Peter Pan and Captain Hook, I believe, at the end.
How cute is that?
Isn't
love
that so cool? And then and we used to have Christmas tours in like 2017 through 2019. There was one that was called, I think, Yuletide Fantasy and Disney Delights, and they were so cool that you could go into the warehouses. It would tour you through the warehouses. It was a backstage tour between like all of the parks. Yeah, so there were a lot more to say to Dana. Yes, you are correct. There were a ton more. COVID did do away with a lot of it, and it doesn't seem like Disney wants to bring them all back because Disney's being cheap with its entertainment right now budget also, and that's what a lot of this is coming out of.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're hopeful as more things are slowly coming back, and actually we have some new announcements that we will save for the news segment, but it's giving me a glimmer of hope that maybe some more of these tours will come back as more demand is growing and growing, because Keys to the Kingdom tour is booking out way in advance now, and they are doing multiple per day because it is so popular. So maybe they'll bring some more of these back.
That'd be nice. They are very cool. I really like the different behind the scenes tours, and clearly World has some cool ones. So next time I'm there, I'm probably I'll book in advance as well.
Oh yeah. You would really love Keys to the Kingdom. You would love Behind the Scenes. We're gonna have to get you on all four of the tours. Like
I think so. I think we're just gonna book them all. I'm down.
I will gladly join you, because I have not done, I think, most of them myself either. So yeah.
Please come along.
We're going to put a pin in that. We're going to come back to that, because we're going to have to do some planning outside of the podcast.
That sounds good. I'm ready. I'm here for it. Absolutely.
Well, I think that's all I have for us for the mail section for fan mail. So thank you guys so much for submitting your questions. Again, you can submit those to our Instagram page for the Disney Countdown Show, or you can also directly message those to me and Megan, and we'll try to catch them if we can.
Yes.
And if not, we also have an email you can send it to also. Oh my goodness, what is our email, Megan? Do you happen to remember?
Is that DisneyCountdownShow@gmail.com?
Yes.
All
you can submit them also there as well.
Yes, indeed. But thank you guys so much. And speaking of behind the scenes, we got a Patreon page, y'all. And we just had a little virtual hang last week. That was so much fun. We got to talk to our Patreons. We have new Patreons that we are welcoming to the family. We have Piper, Trisha, Molly, Tommy, Bridget, Ray, and I'm so sorry if I butchered this name, Cantaralia. I hope that is how you pronounce that. It's a beautiful name. Again, apologize if I butchered it. But we did have a virtual hang. We do this, we try to do it once every month or every other month. This was our first one for season 3, and it was just a blast. We love chatting with y'all about all things Disney and getting to know you and your history with Disney, really. It's so much fun. Because everyone's got their own story with the magic. And I just love hearing about that. I don't know about you, Danielle.
We just had that opportunity to have that more personal conversation too. We also, through the Patreon family, we also have a Facebook page, which I hardly get on. There's a Discord page. If you're into
Which
Discord.
I love. Our Discord's fun. It's pretty funny.
Figuring it out. It's mostly just so that way everybody can poke at me and just be like, oh, hey, you need to add Orange Bird to the bop or flop list, and I just send an angry meme of just being like, leave my son out of this.
Good times. But yes, if you want to join our magical Patreon family and be a part of the next virtual hang, or of course get access to our bonus content, we do extra episodes with our 11 through 15s after our countdowns, and it gives you access to that. You can click the link in our episode notes, or of course go to patreon.com and search Disney Countdown, or you can become a paid subscriber, in which you get those bonus episodes as well. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. We have a little bit more unfiltered episodes on there, and it's a good time.
The tea.
We love the tea and the rants.
Well, actually, not really tea, but Megan, you know what? It's kind of a blessing that we ended up not recording yesterday, because
I think so. Yeah.
So much stuff came out. Literally, it would have been
an
hour after we would have finished recording, and we wouldn't have been able to talk about it at all. So I honestly think we should go ahead and just skip to Disney news, because there's so much we need to cover.
Let's get into it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this
Disney news. Y'all, casting has started for the Little Mermaid stage show at Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. Oh, we're so excited that this show is coming back. That corner of Animation Courtyard has been sitting empty for the longest time, and
it's been so sad. Oh, even when I'm there, sad. I'm like, oh, it's so sad.
It's so sad. So the stage show is coming back. It is being reimagined in some way, shape, or form. We are hoping that they are doing some construction to that theater of some sort, because it's been sitting there for a long,
years and years, right? Before COVID.
Years now. Yeah. It's been closed.
I know.
And y'all, there's so much in that theater already that was like, a lot of water was used in that theater, a lot of moisture, moistness. And so I'm really hoping that they're cleaning it up at the same time. I think they're bringing in some new technology, getting rid of some of the really 90s dated lasers, and just kind of re-upping it a little bit, because it really needs it, before we bring some stuff in. But supposedly auditions have started. And casting has started, because they're looking for young ladies that can sing like Ariel, because she is the main vocal piece of this show. So that'll be very exciting, and hopefully it comes back soon.
Yeah, that is really exciting. I never got to see that show, so I would love to go and finally take a look at it. Hopefully with no mold in the theater. That would be nice.
Oh goodness, yes, very.
Sorry, it was a little gross.
Yes, I think we actually have there is some concept art that has also been released too of the show, and it looks very impressive. It looks very clean, a little more sparkly, a little more glitz and glam to it. So yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be pretty cool.
Awesome. I am glad to hear that.
Yes, and now Megan, there's
something going on.
There was a piece of news that we found out yesterday that I think you're very excited for.
Oh, yes. The big announcement that when I opened up my Instagram and I saw that, I was like, I got chills. I was like, no way. We're getting a sequel to Moana, everyone. I'm sure you saw that on the, every single Disney page was posting about it. We Disney Animation, D23. I mean, everyone posted about it, because it was a very small teaser. Now, I did not know the backstory behind this. I didn't know if I missed this or if I just wasn't paying attention. I honestly didn't know that Disney Plus was supposed to be getting a Moana series. That was the original plan, right? So they're apparently had 3 episodes kind of in the making or almost done. And we were supposed to get that Moana series. It is now being made into a theatrical release set to come out in November around Thanksgiving. And which is so exciting. I love Moana. Big Moana fan here. It did make my top 10 list for our movies. I have high hopes for it. I'm hoping that what they didn't do was make the series and turn it into the movie. I hope they're reimagining it a little bit and making it into a feature film that is going to be spectacular, similar to the first one. And what it sounds like is that all of the cast is coming back to their amazing characters again, like Moana, Maui. But I did see actually a TikTok popped up last night that a couple of new and young musical songwriters are taking over the music for Moana 2. So it's not going to be Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's Abigail Barlow, who's actually a friend of mine's. And then her songwriter, her partner, she did, I think her big thing was Bridgerton, the musical, a couple years ago. That was like her COVID project, and it was really good. So we'll see how the music turns out. It's
and again, if it was supposed to be an animated series and they already started all this work on it, then it just moves over into a movie, which I'm like, okay.
Right. That could be a good or a bad thing. They could have all this material but there's a very big difference between a show and a big movie, right? Like a film that you're going to put into theaters.
Especially if it's going into theaters and not straight to Disney Plus.
Exactly, which is the elephant in the room. Disney needs to make money. And when you put a Moana show on Disney Plus, I'm sorry, they know this already. They've known it for years. It's not going to make them very much money, right? No. So they're putting into theaters, which, okay, I fully agree. It probably should be because Moana is such a huge blockbuster.
Right.
But please Disney, don't skimp out on it. Do not just give us the series in movie form. I want to see a well thought out movie, especially a sequel to such a great, Academy Award nominated film. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And I have so many friends that are big Moana fans too. So here's to crossing our fingers and hoping it's going to be good. But that was just a very exciting announcement because it was completely out of the blue. Wasn't even it wasn't even said before the Q1 earnings call yesterday. So
I think who was it on the Disney Animation TikTok? I saw it go live 4 minutes after it posted, and I commented. And I think I'm one of the top comments right now with over 2,000 likes on it. And
nice.
It says, well, this was not the announcement I was anticipating today. And then somebody commented in response saying, random announcements in the middle of the day that you weren't anticipating, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And I was like, yes.
Accurate. Very accurate. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was not anything anyone was expecting. I think a lot of surprises came out yesterday from Mr. Iger himself. So, but yeah, if you want to get into more of that, Danielle, we can definitely do that. Cause there's so many things going on. I feel like with the announcement of Epic Universe from Universal last
Disney
week or a couple weeks ago,
do something.
We got to step it up. We got to say that we're putting $60 billion into our parks.
Right. Yeah. But to not wait until I feel what is it? August?
D23. I know.
A couple of months away, right? So
True.
What are we? Mm-hmm. February 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not going to wait 6 months to go ahead and drop this all on you. We're going to drop this now. So
it's so Disney. It's so Disney coded.
It really is. They're giving me anxiety, and I'm not here for it.
Right.
But speaking of parks and putting money into the parks, one thing that we are so excited for here at Walt Disney World is 1900 Park Fair. The restaurant inside the Grand Floridian Resort is finally set to reopen April 10th.
Wow. Okay. So 2 months.
It's huge. Yes. 2 months. And I believe, let me check yes. So dining reservations for 1900 Park Fair are going to open on March 5th, and stay tuned for more details. So all they alluded to was it says that the iconic restaurant is reopening and will feature return of guest favorites along with new character greetings, a refreshed dining room, and other special touches.
Ooh.
So 1900 Park Fair is where you could meet Cinderella, Prince Charming, Lady Tremaine, Anastasia and Drizella for dinner.
That's exciting. Oh, that's really cool.
So it was Cinderella's royal family. And then during breakfast, this changed over the years, but they had other characters too. So they had like Mary Poppins, Bert, Alice in Wonderland, Mad Hatter. They would travel around for breakfast and do character. So it is kind of more character dining / buffet style. So we'll be interested to see if it does it come back as buffet. Or is it a prefix menu? I think that's what people are really wondering. And for the longest time, some behind the scenes, this restaurant sat as storage for the bakery team for the longest time. For the past 4 years, when this restaurant closed in 2020 for the panini, it became every holiday season as they finished up the gingerbread for the giant gingerbread house, they started storing them months in advance inside 1900 Park Fair. So whenever you walked in there, it just smelled like gingerbread.
Oh my gosh.
And
which, is great, but
it's great. But now it's going to be like, and the restaurant's opening and now we got to move this somewhere else. And I think some of it was because the hotel has been under construction and being reimagined also for the past couple months. And I think they're finally getting to the point where they're nearing it almost being done. So they're like, okay, we can now open up this restaurant because most of this major construction is done. We're going to be back at full capacity. We can make this work.
Which is great. And I'm very happy for the Grand Flow because that's it's a major hotel, so
it's a major hotel and it was a major character dining experience too. And for that to all go away at one time, that was crazy. Yeah. Oh, yay. Okay. So 2 months from now. And yes, we will see what dining style that opens up as if it's going back to a buffet. Cause we know a few of them that opened up, like 1 or 2 years ago, had a different type of menu or a different style of dining than before the panini. So exactly.
We'll see. But yes, yay for Walt Disney World.
Yes.
I guess I was also looking at the announcements yesterday. One of the people are really excited about this one. Taylor Swift is coming to Disney Plus. Disney Plus did acquire the Eras Tour concert film. Wow. And it will have the entire, so it'll have the whole movie, and it will include some songs like Cardigan and 4 additional acoustic songs that Bob Iger said were not in theaters when it came out. So there you go, Swifties. Taylor Swift, which I would like to see myself. My sister and my mom got to go to the Eras Tour last year and had an absolute blast. So I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it because I don't listen to Taylor.
To break Disney Plus. This is gonna be crazy.
Seriously. It's a smart move on their part for sure. And I think it's I just think it's a good move.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Good for
if
you.
Anything, that is probably the smartest business move that they have done in a long time is try to get the Swifties. Absolutely.
And if they're not already on Disney
Plus. The other thing that they've announced, like, not only are they getting the Swifties, they're getting the gamers. Did you see this?
Yes, they are investing $1.5 billion in Epic Games, who are the makers of Fortnite, which is one of the biggest games in history, really.
I mean, my brother, huge. He loves Fortnite. And then now it's going to be a crossover into Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar.
All the fandoms, yeah.
All the fandoms. And then to be able to do it in like a Fortnite like style.
Pretty cool.
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't know anything about games. I know nothing about games, and I know that this is pretty cool.
I love watching my brother play games. Like, I love watching other people play video games. I myself am not like that ambidextrous or whatever to be able to like do that at the same time and not keep moving my remote around.
I know.
Or I'm like, go this way, Danielle. Just because you're moving the remote in that direction doesn't mean they're actually going to move that way.
I do that too. I'm like, go left.
Right, exactly. Yes. So, but if it's something like this, I might even want to get into playing some stuff too, and just so that way I can run around Fortnite, just like being a Marvel or Star Wars character. I think that'd be so cool.
See, I mean, it's the business decisions that they're trying to go for, because like us, we're not gamers, but we might think about it now that all of these things that we follow, things that we love, Marvel and Star Wars, now that they're entering the game atmosphere, maybe they'll bring us in, those that don't even play. Maybe we'll be introduced. I don't know. I might try it out. We'll see.
Crazy. It's
crazy. It's crazy. And also, there's been an issue with the live sports and cable recently. I don't know if you saw that, Danielle, but I think Spectrum had an issue with broadcasting some of the games that were happening. I think it was on ESPN. Yeah. But now there is going to be a new platform for live sports. So ESPN, which is obviously owned by Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery, they're creating a one-stop shop for online sports that would include the NFL, NBA, WNBA, NASCAR, college sports, Grand Slam tennis, and more. Really? And this is crazy. They're trying to like basically really monopolize sports and like streaming.
Because it's so split up against
sporting events.
So many different channels right now of who's streaming what.
Yeah, exactly. It's all over the place. It is. Yeah. Right now it is truly all over the place. You don't really know where you can watch certain games, what service it's going to be on, who's going to be airing it. What I'm not seeing is MLB. So I'm like, I think that's just its own thing. But so yeah, they're trying to create the one-stop shop or they are creating it. So we'll see when that
It'll be out by next football season.
Probably. We probably won't see that till long after this Super Bowl. Yeah.
Wow. That's
yep.
You know what? Again, props to Disney for trying to get on top of this, man. Like,
they're just taking over more and more.
They really are, and which is exciting yet frightening at the same time. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like, okay, it's all going to be under Disney.
Right. And it makes me really nervous for what other announcements are coming in August for D23.
I know. I'm very anxious to see. I do love what comes out of D23 every other year. But
just if there's any talk of touching my Muppets, there will be rioting and gnashing of teeth and bloodshed in the streets. The Muppet Square streets. It'll be me defending at the doors with a lightsaber.
They better not. Oh. That is, if they know what they're doing, they won't even think about it.
And with how much love I feel like Muppets has been getting here recently, again, that's all I care about.
They have.
As I'm wearing my Jim Henson Labyrinth spirit jersey today that I got at Megacon, like, no, I am, rioting.
No, I really hope that's not part of their $60 billion contribution to expanding and upgrading the parks, which is Megan, also an announcement.
If we get to go to D23, right? This is how I picture it, right? Me and you, if we can figure out how to get to D23, we're there. And if they do an announcement of anything happening to Muppets or anything coming of Muppets or anything positive or negative, I want everyone in the theater just to do a 180 and just turn and stare at me to see my reaction, because that'll be if it's positive or negative. I don't know. That's just how I imagine it.
That would be incredible. Just everyone at one time. Look at Danielle. Yeah, like the sound. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it.
Yeah,
because that's you're for sure who I'm looking towards if anything Muppets is uttered
positive or negative
in the panel.
I will be screaming.
Oh man, well, lots of stuff, lots of crazy stuff, good things obviously for the Walt Disney Company, all good things, and exciting coming out of that earnings call, which was last week. But yeah, they're Disney, they're just doing it big.
They really are. Well, I think it's time we also now hop into a game. Chris has another game ready for us.
Hello, we have a game. Let's play a game.
Hey, Chris.
Woo!
We're doing a music countdown, so I like to try to have the games make a little sense and have to do with the countdown. Yes. So today we're playing Jens.
Oh, this
is backwards one.
My dyslexia doesn't like it. I am ready with my pen and paper.
Get your pen and paper ready. Here we go. So the way it works, if you don't know, I will be playing some classic.
Yeah.
Let me start that over because I'm not sure some of these are classic. I'll be playing some Disney tunes in reverse. It'll be your job to tell me what the songs are, but to make it a little bit more complicated, and I know Danielle loves this part, you'll have to say the name of the title in the reverse order.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So if you don't understand, you will once we get going.
I'm ready. We haven't done this one in a hot second, not since the last season.
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
been a little while. I got a bunch of new ones. So we'll go back and forth. We'll start with Danielle because she's first on my screen today.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the song. Good luck.
Boy, that sounds a lot worse backwards.
It just sounds German to me. I don't know. Oh, gosh.
Do you think all German songs sound like English in reverse?
I don't know, but that's like,
we'll test that
know.
later.
That's what it kind of sounded like to me.
It did sound right.
Oh my gosh, I have genuinely, oh gosh, what was that? I was so distracted because it's been so long since I've heard these backwards. Oh, I have genuinely no idea even what to do my first guess on. Megan, do you have an idea?
Can I take this one?
You sure can. You can try.
I don't think I'm 100% sure, but is it Light the CI?
Let's have a listen.
The only reason I think I got that is because I know Mandy Moore's voice really well, and I was like, that's Mandy Moore. Yeah.
See, it sounded like a totally different person backwards, and that's where I was like, okay, this does not sound like a normal princess voice by any means.
Because it does like the melody you cannot get, so you have to like find other hints here and there. The melody, because it's so flipped, you know.
Wow.
So that was tough. I didn't get it until like maybe like 8 or 10 seconds in. Yeah.
See, Chris saw my face of panic of being like, I have no idea what this is. So I kept letting it go longer.
All right, here's the next one. This one's for you, Megan.
Okay. Do you know it, Danielle?
I have a guess.
I heard a lot of voices. Man, that's hard.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that song.
Oh, I'm really afraid mine's probably not correct either.
Oh my god. Okay, is it? Can I get is it like is it well known? Like, is it not? It's not a deep cut or anything.
It is well known.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
probably one of the more well known ones on this list.
Dang, I heard so many voices.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want me to give my guess and then
go ahead? Yeah, we're just stealing from each other. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Life of Circle the It's.
That is pretty close. Let's go ahead and listen to.
Oh! Can I?
Megan, sure. Why not? Who cares? Go ahead. What do you think it is?
Is it? Oh, geez.
Get your paper out.
See, that's what I'm having to do too.
Tonight, love the feel. Can you? You can.
You can. Let's have a listen.
See, I got time, but I was even wondering if he cut it beforehand.
Well, Danielle definitely helped me out because I was like, oh, it's like Lion King. Okay.
See, I recognized the choir because you could hear those certain key voices that are through all the choral pieces in the entire movie. I was like, okay, it has to be one of these two.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I was thinking Lion King. Or I don't know. I was thinking Frozen because they never usually sing together, the cast. But okay. So the reason that was tough for me, I gotta be honest, I don't like that song. So y'all know it's not in my 1 through 5. It's not even in my 11 through 15. I'm not a big fan of Candy for Love Tonight.
Y'all, it's not gonna be in the countdown later. Ta-da.
No, it is not. Just no spoiler alert. The reason is because I from age 2 to 4 would listen to Lion King on repeat constantly as a kid. I don't remember much of this, but my mom had a morning sickness when she was pregnant with my brother at the time. So she, throughout my entire life, would never, ever let us listen to Lion King because of classical conditioning, right? Whenever she would hear it, she would get nauseous. So it's been ingrained in my brain that Lion King music means vomiting.
That is hilarious.
Isn't that funny?
Wow.
So I never really listened to Lion King ever since I had, vivid memories as a kid. Yeah.
Wow, I'm shocked you even got that one then, Megan. That's impressive.
Nice. I like Hakuna Matata.
That one's good.
Let's move on to the next one. Whose turn is it? I don't even know. We're going back and forth so many times.
It's Danielle's turn now.
Danielle.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's for you.
Okay.
Oh, I know this one. You got it, Danielle.
Oh.
You know it.
What do you think?
I saw the light bulb go off.
I'm writing it out. Oh, wait, hold on. I totally spelled it wrong. Hold on.
Spelling does not count. Feel free to spell it however you want.
No, I got my words.
No need to spell.
Okay. Heart my in be Yule.
Yes.
Yule. That is correct.
Great song. Great song.
I only got that because I heard the Phil Collins like that piece in there. That was the only reason why I got that.
Yeah.
You heard his voice, right? And that kind of melody. Yeah.
See, Phil Collins to me is your Mandy Moore.
Understood.
All right, here's the next one.
All right, I'm ready.
What do you think?
Oh, wait.
It's
not the one you think it is.
Okay. Is it There Something?
Let's have a listen.
Well, who'd have thought? Well, this was so. Well, who'd have known? And who'd have guessed they'd come together on
That was in my top. That was in my 10 through 6. My number 9. Yay!
See, I thought it was Be Our Guest.
I thought it was too. I thought it was too at first, and I'm like, oh wait.
Cogsworth's like voice come in. I'm like, that is not in the correct portion of the song.
It's not in Be Our Guest. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yes. Good job.
Yay.
Okay, here's the next one. This one's for Danielle.
Okay.
Oh, this is.
What do you think?
Dream a Upon Once.
Let's have a listen.
I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream.
Nice.
She goes into that beautiful falsetto.
Yes.
It's very nice.
Moving right along. This one's for you, Megan. Here we go.
Is this not the first one we did? Light the Sea Eye? Is that not it?
Oh,
we finish each other's sandwiches. Door open is. Wait. Door open and is love.
Let's have a listen.
Love is an open door. Love is an open door. Love is an open door.
A very trending audio right now for TikTok. That was a big trend.
It's hilarious too.
It's funny. I did one on my own and it was very fun to do.
Okay, so we have a couple more. This one is going to be for you, Danielle.
Oh.
Here
Okay.
it is.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Well, that's the game. If I told you, then it wouldn't happen.
I'm so torn between 3 movies in particular.
Which 3 movies? Maybe I can help you narrow it down.
I'm thinking it's either Bambi, Sleeping Beauty, or Lady and the Tramp.
It's one of those movies.
It is one of those movies. Is it one with animals?
They all have animals, don't they? No.
Well, I mean, like, where the animal's the main protagonist.
Oh, dang, this is tough.
Let me play it a little bit more. Or again.
Is it
I think
Notte Bella?
yeah.
Is it Notte Bella? Let's have a listen.
Yep. Nice.
Yes. See, I was almost thinking it was Love is a Song That Never Ends from Bambi in the opening scene. And I was like, because it has the same choir up and down, but there's a longer solo of the main lead that sings that song. I was like, wait, that's not there. So it has to be Bella Notte.
Well done. Well done.
So we've come to the last song for this game. This one is for you, Megan. Here we go.
All right.
Aww.
What do you think?
Evangeline Belmar.
Let's have a listen.
Love is beautiful. Love is wonderful. Love is everything. Do you agree?
You did
So
it.
good.
You both
So
win.
good.
Congratulations.
Yay. Good job, Danielle.
It took us a second to get back into the groove of it in the first 2 songs, and then I feel like we finally got to it.
Yep. I think we crushed
You
the
just had
last
to adjust
couple.
your ears a little bit.
That's right. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks,
Fun to do that one
Chris.
again.
See, and I feel like some of those songs that we just did in our countdown might appear into these our top 10, right? So our 5 through 1.
Yep.
Megan, do you want to start us off on this one?
Sure, I absolutely can. Let me quickly recap 10 through 6. So my number 10 is Never Knew I Needed from the Princess and the Frog soundtrack. That one's sung by Neo. Number 9, Something There from Beauty and the Beast. Number 8, Lava, which is a Pixar short. Number 7, So This Is Love from Cinderella. And my number 6 was I Won't Say I'm in Love from Hercules.
All good
My
ones.
number 5, which actually great timing. It is Ma Belle Evangeline, which is the last song we just got in our game. And oh man, what can you say about this song? It's so cute in just the fact that Ray loves his Evangeline, who of course is a star in the sky, but he's a little lightning bug. And it's just the cutest. And he's so, his voice is just, it works so well in that song. It is, of course, voiced by Jim Cummings. And a beautiful, beautiful love song from a great movie. So I had to put that one in there because, yes, it was played many times on the Prince and the Frog soundtrack in the car with my little sister.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh, yes.
there she is at number 5.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh,
Thanks.
see, and I was wondering where it was going to show up. I knew it was going to show up in your top 10, but I wasn't sure where it was going to show up. So I'll go ahead and recap mine also. My 10 was Dos Oruguitas I might have butchered that. I'm so sorry, my Spanish speaking friends.
No, you're good.
Number 9 was So This Is Love. Number 8 was Love from Robin Hood. Number 7 was Bella Notte, which we just did in our game. Number 6 is If I Never Knew You. Oh, such a good one. Such a good one.
It's
and my number 5, my number 5, I was really, really struggling to decide where, again, this list was so hard deciding where everything should be placed. I was able to pick them out just fine, but choosing where they were going to be placed at. This one is actually a end credit song. Again, just like the Pocahontas one. It is True to Your Heart.
Oh, so good. So good. I love that one.
Oh.
You must be true to your heart. 98 Degrees, Stevie Wonder. Yes, please. Yes. Absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like this one was a deep cut even for myself of like, oh, wow. I have not listened to this song in a hot second, but when I did start listening to it, I was like, you know,
rejamming.
This is a bop. I can always have this on repeat. It's one of those love songs where it's being true to yourself and like listening to what your heart says, but also it's just a bop. It's a happy love song. It doesn't make me overly emotional, so that's why I kind of got placed where it was. But yeah, even though I haven't heard it in a long time, I knew every single word to it, and it is fantastic.
It's so good. I love that choice.
The music video.
Amazing.
Have you ever seen the music video to it?
Yes, I have. It is so 90s coded.
The smokiness effect and like the pagoda type of look. Oh, so funny. Oh, I loved it. It was great.
If you ever want to be transported back to the 90s, go watch the True to Your Heart video or just listen to 98 Degrees, man, because they're just millennial all the way.
They are.
And we love them for it. Oh, man. Oh, yay, Danielle. I'm so glad that was in your top 5.
Thank you.
Feel free to, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but if you didn't set it up, feel free to set it up for me to play a little bit if you want.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. So here's a little clip if you want to go ahead and take a step back into the icon of the 90s. Let's go.
So good. So good. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Okay. Moving on to number 4.
Yes.
This made an appearance in Danielle's 10 through 6. It is Dos Oruguitas from the movie Encanto, which is such a beautiful song. I love it in Spanish. I do love it in English as well, but I honestly prefer the Spanish version just because of how gorgeous it is. Yes. I do want to read a few of the lyrics that I love. This is the chorus. Now I'll read it in English. It's Ay mariposas, which mariposas are butterflies. So essentially the caterpillars turn into butterflies at the end of the song. Don't you hold on too tight. Both of you know it's your time to go, to fly apart, to reunite. Wonders surround you. Just let the walls come down. Don't look behind you. Fly till you find your way toward tomorrow. It gives me chills thinking about those lyrics and, you know, being with your love and knowing that there's comfort and safety there, but also not letting that hold you back from going out and exploring and adventuring and seeing, again, the wonders around you. And it's such a beautiful song. Such a beautiful song. It's at the end of Wondrous Journeys. Made me cry every single time. It's just amazing. So it had to be in my top 10. And there she is at number 4.
Let's all get emotional together. Just listen to a little snippet.
Just a little snippet. Thank you.
Okay. So, Megan, for my number 4,
yes.
I actually veered off a little bit. And I don't know, we didn't really put this as a preface in our song description, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually went with a Disney Broadway song.
Love. Okay.
Okay. So, because we didn't say it had to be from a specific animated movie. It was just Disney love songs. And I think we all automatically go to animated movies. But this one is the song If I Can't Love Her from Beauty and the Beast, the musical.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've heard that one.
Oh my gosh. Megan.
Is it sung by the Beast?
This is the Beast song. So how there is the song in the live action movie, this is the Beast song that is in the Broadway musical, and it is so beautiful and so gorgeous. It's kind of like that. Oh, okay. Story time. When I was introduced to the song or the Beauty and the Beast musical later, like I just started listening to the music a little bit. And then I believe it was in 2015 or 2016. I was with a group of friends. We went to downtown Disney at the time. And because I don't believe it switched over to Disney Springs yet, it was still downtown Disney. And there in front of World of Disney, they have the waterfront stage, and they bring in all these high schools and all these different groups to be able to sing and perform. Usually they're okay, like they're okay musical talents. But one evening they brought in a school of professional opera singers.
What?
And it was amazing. So I'm like, maybe we should go stop and listen. So it was all a college. These were all students, but they were from a college. And so these are some amazing vocal performers. And there was this young man at the time that came out, and he did a solo song of If I Can't Love Her. And I wept of how beautiful this man sang. And even like better than I would say arguably better than the original vocal recording from the Broadway show. And it's just that low growl baritone that when you sing that certain note, it sounds like the Beast. And then you also could hit that slightly higher register. And I have been searching for someone that can sing this song just like that man did back in downtown Disney back in the day. And I have not been able to find that yet, but it is an amazing song. And so Megan, you're gonna have to stop and like listen to a piece of this real quick. Just listen.
If I can't love her.
Oh, it's so good.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. I had chills. I had full body chills just now.
And so imagine
beautiful
that with an even like lower baritone where it makes like it makes the speaker growl in a weird way. Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
So it is an amazing song. And yes, so if any man would like to woo the Danielle, that is one of the ways that you can woo me is by singing that song.
Oh, that is just spectacular, and I'm so jealous you got to witness that live. Oh,
isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Whew, yes,
I have
good one.
Goodness gracious!
We gotta compose ourselves again real quick.
I'm so glad I know that song exists now. I had no idea. Wow.
Highly suggest going and listening to the full Broadway soundtrack of Beauty and the Beast on stage. Yes.
I'm going to right after this. Yes. Okay. Gosh, I feel like my next song doesn't really it doesn't top that. It's so, I don't want to be so boring, but it is I See the Light from Tangled, because I just love the movie. It's just a classic. It's become a classic love song, and I know one of a lot of people's favorites. And I sing it top of my lungs, both parts for Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi. And such a beautiful duet. And of course, the scene in which it's sung is gorgeous as well. Iconic with the lanterns, and they finally make it to go see the lights. Oh, so yeah,
that's
she is,
classic,
number
Megan.
3
I think
for
that's
me.
A great one.
Thank you. And if we want to take a listen, because I'm sure we've heard it many times, but we're going to play it for you once again. One more
time. We've already played it once.
One more time.
Game. Let's do it one more time, just for fun. Let's see. Again, it's a classic, Megan. I do think that has become one of the classic love songs for many people.
For Disney.
It's their wedding song. They walk down the aisle to it a lot of times. Hearing the instrumental version of the song, I think, is also really, really beautiful too.
Yep.
Well, speaking of instrumental songs, that is actually my number 3 is Married Life from Up.
Oh, I had a feeling, Danielle. I had a feeling this was going to be in your top 10. It did.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not even like the biggest Up fan, to be 100% honest. Like, it didn't make into it might not make it. Well, it might make it into my top 10 if we did a specific Pixar countdown.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think a lot of the music in Up is gorgeous. It really it moves you and emotionally moves you. And I think Married Life, I can listen to this in any setting. I love that it also plays on Main Street USA here at Walt Disney World.
Does.
I think it plays on Main Street in Disneyland too, right?
Yes, it does.
I think
in the Main Street vibe.
Yes, it gives that Main Street vibe, and it gives the Married Life, the whole growing old together, falling in love young, and all of the aesthetic is all in Married Life. So it had to be placed in here, and it did win my number 3 spot for sure.
I love it. And if you want to just shed a little tear, we can play some of it for you right now.
Just play a little tiny bit right here.
Just get emotional all together.
And then we're sobbing.
Ah.
We're sobbing at the end.
It's so good. It's so good. Of course, I literally posted a TikTok this morning and I used the slow piano version, for a little tribute to my dog.
I love the slow piano version, but yes, that does make me teary-eyed every single time.
Yeah, because it just it starts off, which is such a unique melody, and it starts off so happy and cheerful, and they're in love and they're married, and then all of a sudden it does transition to that slow version, right, where then it's like, oh no, this is actually very sad. So genius composing. I don't know, I can't think of the composer right off the top of my head, but
me neither.
Absolutely genius. One of the best, I think, for sure the best Pixar instrumental.
For sure.
La Festine from Ratatouille is also great, but
yes,
for sure the best Pixar
one. I was trying to decide if anything from Ratatouille would also fall into my love playlist, and I don't think it does, because it is mostly revolved around food.
Yeah, it didn't really have too much of songs. You know what I mean? Right. It was all instrumental.
Besides the fact that it's France, the city of love.
It's French.
But
yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Oh yay! Love that, Danielle.
Oh,
great choice.
What about your number 2, Megan? Because I honestly thought one of your other songs was going to be up higher on your number 2, so I'm wondering what your number 2 is.
Okay. Well, my number 2. Now, you could consider this a love song that is kind of more, what if? It is So Close from the movie Enchanted, sung by John, I believe his last name was McLaughlin. And man, when I tell you, when I first heard this song watching Enchanted in the theaters, I was like, dang, chills. This song is beautiful. I know that it's not necessarily I'm so glad we're together. I love you so much. No, it's we're so close yet so far, right. This could be amazing, but there's something in the way. And man, his voice is spectacular. And so when this song comes on, I listen to the whole thing every single time. It is featured in my favorite World of Color.
You did Luminous, because it does feature this song here at Epcot.
Yes, I did. Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like when a show has So Close in it, I do tend to like it a lot.
Okay, you're forgiven. This moves up in my rank a little bit more just because it has a song in it.
Right. Which it was so funny because I always talk about this, but with the transition from, if you guys remember, if you ever watched the original World of Color, they do show Mufasa's death. And there's this very sad part where Simba says Dad, and then it transitions immediately into So Close. And I thought that was the strangest thing, because I'm like, okay, you're going from this literally one of the saddest moments in Disney history or Disney movie history to love songs. And I thought that was so interesting, because I'm like, it's, to me, So Close is just this beautiful,
Dad's dead. Oh, we're so
yeah, Dad's dead. But here's Cinderella and Prince Charming, So I always thought that was it was kind of funny to me, but yeah, So Close had to be up there for me because I just love it, man. And if you guys agree with me, let me know. And if you want to hear a little bit.
I feel like we do need to play a little snippet, because I feel like people know Enchanted, but they don't know Enchanted. So this specifically is the song that we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. That is a good one.
I actually did a little poll on my Instagram, and I got this response a lot for this song.
That they knew it, but they didn't know it, kind of thing, or
no, that this was their favorite love song, Disney love song.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh wow! No,
yeah, I got it way more than I thought.
Story of me and Enchanted, right?
Do I know the story of you and Enchanted? Hold on, refresh my memory.
In my eardrums bursting.
Wait, what? I don't.
Story time.
Oh my god, let's go.
So,
okay,
I everybody's shocked when I say that I do not have a good memory associated with Enchanted. And the reasoning why is because we went to Washington, D.C., and I believe this was either summer of my 8th grade year or summer going into 9th grade. And I was fighting off a little bit of a head cold, a little bit of an infection, and I was at the end portion of it. We flew, and coming back down landing in Washington, D.C., I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm in so much pain. Mom and dad are not understanding how much pain I'm in. And then all of a sudden, both of my eardrums burst. And then I'm bleeding from my ears, right? And
both of them?
Both
oh
of
my
them.
God.
Both of them burst. And sorry, y'all, this might get a little graphic. Warning. Sorry. So both of them burst, and we're having to rush me to the ER there in Washington, D.C., give me some ear drops. And then there's nothing we can do. I just have to lay in pain in the hotel room with like multiple towels underneath my head just to make sure I'm not like gushing blood all over the place. And the only thing that was like, okay, we're gonna have to watch something. There was nothing good on TV, so we rented the movie Enchanted because it was available for rent in the hotel room. My God. I was like, well, this is fine. We can watch this movie because I want to see it. And then it's just me in the middle of the movie just like crying because I was in so much pain.
Yeah, that's awful. So I can't even imagine.
I know, right? So that's my immediate association with the movie Enchanted is my bursted eardrums.
Trust me, I completely understand. That's awful. And I'm sure is your hearing off when that happens? Is it like either muffled or like too loud? Did you hear anything differently?
Oh, no, I could hear stuff okay for the most part. It was just mostly just the burning pain sensation and the like going from each side of my head was the most part of it.
Yeah, something bursting in your ear is not something you ever want to have happen.
Which was sad because I didn't mind the movie. I actually thought it was pretty funny, but I just couldn't like give perfect facial expressions either because like smiling and putting pressure on like the sides of my temples right here.
Yes.
Oh gosh, yes. So it was.
Oh, you poor thing.
Good times. But so I don't mind Enchanted, but it's not my favorite because of that.
Completely understand. Yep. It wouldn't be mine either.
Nope.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry, y'all, for that random Danielle medical history time in the middle of the podcast that you probably don't care about, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. Maybe we should cut that and leave that for the bonus episode. I'll let you decide that, Chris. All right. Well, I think we should move on to my number 2, which I have very positive memories of. And that is going to be one that we just mentioned here in the game, and it was your number 5. It is my Belle Evangeline.
Yay!
Because Princess and the Frog is my favorite movie, and I think I'll surprise some people that this song did not make my number 1. You'll understand why my number 1 is my number 1 a little bit. But
I was about to say I thought this would be your number 1.
Right? And surprise, gonna put that on. But my Belle Evangeline is a beautiful song, and just like you said, Megan, like hearing this in any form of the song, like is especially if you have like a fantastic trumpet or trombone player that plays the song, and just as the instrumental version, immediately just tears, and it's beautiful. I'm obsessed. There's nothing else really to say to this except for it is a fantastic song. It will not be a song that I walk down to the aisle to, which I think a lot of people would think like, oh, Danielle, this is the song you're walking down the aisle to. No, it is not. That's a story for another time. But my Belle Evangeline is my number 2 spot.
So good. So good. Yes. Look how she lights up the sky. Oh my God. Oh, Raymond. Are we playing it a third time? I think we gotta play it a third time. For everybody.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, here we are. Down to our number 1, and we hope you enjoyed the countdown so far, guys. I know there's lots of Disney love songs out there. Emotion, yeah, exactly. Just full of emotion, especially in this month of love. And of course, if you disagree with our choices, because these are all personal, you can, you go ahead and write us a review if you'd like, rate us on Spotify, and give us a follow. Disney Countdown Show on Instagram, Threads, TikTok. We got Pod Disney on the X, and we just have so many fun countdowns coming this season. If you want to join our Patreon to get our bonus episodes and hear our 11 through 15, because hey, there might be some surprises in there as well. Feel free, you can join our Patreon fam.
11 through 15 that I was surprised by for myself, because I know some of you are just like, Danielle, there's some songs missing from your list, and maybe they made it into my 15. Maybe they did it. So I think you definitely listen into that.
100% people are going to be saying that. Like, yo, where is this song? Fully agree. And it's probably in my 11 through 15. But if you want to hear about that, you can join our Patreon fam. We are on patreon.com. You can search Disney Countdown Show, or of course you can become a paid subscriber. Yes. And we also have our Discord for the Patreon fam and everybody. We get a lot of fun stuff on there.
Discord fam, if they
recognize
the 98 Degrees song, or if they've gone back and they've listened to some of these because they're just like, oh, I haven't heard that song in so long. I want y'all to pop off in the Discord to be like, okay, yeah, party over there. Have you heard that or not? Yes, let me know.
Yes, jogging the Disney memory a little bit, right?
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for listening. Let's get to our number one choices. Mm-hmm. So this one we actually did talk about in our previous episode. It is If I Never Knew You from Pocahontas. Man, this song was played so much by me in middle school, high school. Even today, it's just this beautiful arrangement. Yes, it is a little bit 90s in it too, which I honestly, millennials in my handle, y'all. That's just who I am. I'm all about the nostalgia. And I love the movie Pocahontas. It's simply a gorgeous song that, it did come back for the re-release in 2000. What was it?
For the 10-year anniversary, I believe.
10-year anniversary. Thank you.
I said that in the last episode, right? 10-year anniversary.
Yes, you did.
Yes, the re-release. Yes.
Yeah, it was in the end credits for the first, the primary release, and then it came back for the movie in the second. So. It's just beautiful. And, I had a really big internal conflict with putting So Close between number 1 and 2. So I swapped these actually twice. And so there it is at my number 1.
That was me for this entire list. And I think I said in the last episode that I had to just submit this to Chris, our producer that's doing all the music and stuff in the background.
Get it away. Take it.
Just be like, no, this is my final list. I cannot keep changing this over and over and over again. Just take this and make it official.
It was a tough one. It was for sure a tough one. Yeah.
If you guys don't remember it from the last episode, I think we need to go ahead and play another little clip of it here.
Yes.
Just so you guys know what we're talking about.
Yay.
90s icon.
Right?
90s icon.
90s
yes.
love song.
Now mine, surprisingly, is not 90s. It is not from an animated movie. It is from a live action recreation.
What?
It is the song Evermore from
Oh my gosh, Beauty and the Beast. Oh, I was just thinking about this song. Oh my gosh.
I did not realize how much the Beast songs affected me. Of the Broadway version and then the live action version. This song, Evermore, shooketh. Still to my core. And it is so beautifully sung. And
it's so good.
I don't know. I do want more of a lower baritone also to sing this song too. And I thought it was a little high also in the movie, but I had this song on repeat when this movie came out, and it still is one of my top favorites. I love it so much. This is when people were like, oh no, they're gonna go Disney animated songs. No. I threw in a little bit of Broadway, a little bit of instrumental, and number 1 is going to be Evermore from the live action Beauty and the Beast.
We gotta play it. It's so good.
We do.
Yes. All right.
Iconic.
Yes. Again, I love the little bit of contrast in our list, Danielle. And I, of course, love your choices. I'm very interested to see your 11 through 15. That should be fun. In our bonus episode.
Yes, for sure.
Good times. Well, happy month of love, everybody. And thank you for tuning in.
Go listen to all these beautiful songs on wherever you listen, maybe wherever you're listening to here, whether it's on Apple, on Spotify, wherever. Thank you so much again for listening in, and go make your own little love playlist of your top 10s or even your 15s or 20s, and let us know. You also, don't forget, you also can send us an email at the Disney Countdown Show at gmail.com. That's or you can DM us over on the Instagram for the Disney Countdown Show, or on our personals also, if we find it. I still am going through all my messages from Megacon, so I am so sorry, y'all. If you have been messaging me or sending me pictures, I'm still getting caught up on all that too.
Same.
Yes.
I do. And I want to appreciate all the love. Of course, I did post about my dog. So, and I received a lot of messages. So thank you all so much for sending those our way to our family. I so appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't. It's a little hard to get to them all, but thank you. It is very much appreciated.
Megan, if the love songs aren't making us emotional, it's our subscribers and our supporters on our socials. They're making us emotional, and I can't stand it. It's so great, but I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yes.
Hope you enjoy a lovely day with your loved ones, and we'll see y'all next week for our new countdown.
That's right.
Yeah, but until then, have a very magical day.
And night, sleep tight, dream of churros tonight.